Well, Srinjoy is connected with us. Srinjoy, good morning. We thought that after the killing of Khamenei, things will de-escalate, but however, it doesn't show any signs of that. Donald Trump has been now saying that even when it comes to the leadership, and Israel has been maintaining, sharing pictures of all the commanders and the leadership and the second in command as well, all having been eliminated.
Yes, Donald Trump has really said 2 or 3 important things. First, when he referred to Iran, he didn't refer to Iran as a sovereign country. He referred to Iran as a terrorist state. Now, for the first time, you see a country, a sovereign nation, being called a terror state. That's the first thing. The second, he explained to the American people why this attack went through. And this was a serious attack. It wasn't just a raid or something. The main reason for this, he felt, was the fact that the Iranians were developing nuclear weapons and long-range missiles. Now, he feared that Iran would soon have an ICBM. Now, an ICBM is an intercontinental ballistic missile with a range of more than 8,000 kilometers. So if that happened, if that were to happen, then 2 things would happen. He felt that his children, the children of the people of America and their children, our children and grandchildren is what he said, they would be under risk. So it was absolutely important to end this. And that is why he says that this operation went through. That is, of course, from the American side. The Iranians are making it clear they will fight back. They will not go down easily. So, and they have hit targets, as was widely expected, all American bases, and unexpectedly, civilian infrastructure in countries like the UAE. Dubai has been hit. Abu Dhabi has been hit. Doha, of course, has been hit earlier. But the biggest surprise was an explosion in Riyadh.
Absolutely. And it seems that directly or indirectly, we're looking at the involvement of at least over 10 nations that seems to have been involved in this conflict in the Middle East that has now taken place with the Israeli-US strikes that happened first in Tehran. Now, there is another information coming in, and this is a warning, rather, what President Trump had said in his first statement on Saturday. Now, 3 US personnel have been killed in Iran strikes after, when it comes to this information is coming in, of 3 US casualties. And President Trump has now vowed that they will avenge the fallen and has promised when it comes to punishing the blow to the terrorists, as Donald Trump has now reiterated that Iran continues to be the #1 sponsor state of terrorism.
The United States and its partners have launched Operation Epic Fury, one of the largest, most complex, most overwhelming military offensives the world has ever seen. Nobody's seen anything like it. We have hit hundreds of targets in Iran, including Revolutionary Guard facilities, Iranian air defense systems. Just now it was announced that we knocked out 9 ships plus their naval building, all in a matter of literally minutes. Iran's formerly Supreme Leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, is dead. This wretched and vile man had the blood of hundreds and even thousands of Americans on his hands and was responsible for the slaughter of countless thousands of innocent people all across many countries. Last night, all over Iran, the voices of the Iranian people could be heard cheering and celebrating in the streets when his death was announced. The entire military command is gone as well, and many of them want to surrender into saving their lives. They want immunity. They're calling by the thousands. Combat operations continue at this time in full force, and they will continue until all of our objectives are achieved. We have very strong objectives. They could have done something 2 weeks ago, but they just couldn't get there. Earlier.
Well, as far as President Trump's statement is now concerned, we're getting to know that he's now been sharing the strike rate. And you heard him that 48 Iranian leaders have been gone in one shot. And this is the American reports that who have been now citing President Trump, because President Trump has now warned that attacks on Iran will continue until all of Washington's objectives are achieved, and has promised to avenge the deaths of the 3 American soldiers as well. And this is now coming across as the U.S. military also saying that it has struck more than 1,000 targets inside Iran a day after this joint attack that was launched with Israel.